Yes, we are live. Cool. Hi, and welcome to my daily Facebook Live, an evening one this time. I was having a great conversation with a friend of mine earlier today, and so I thought I'd broadcast tonight about powerful women, powerful men, and the problems they get up to. So before I get started, let me tell you my name is Barry Selby. I am a relationship attraction expert, best-selling author, speaker, and passionate champion for the divine feminine, helping strong, successful women find balance in love, life, and business. That's what I am. Oh, hang on. I need to put these on because apparently it gets a bit too quiet for some people. So hang on 1 second whilst I plug in so you can hear my voice more clearly. All right. You should be able to hear me a bit more clearly now. Good. All right. Hi, thanks for joining me. And if you're in the room live, that's wonderful. This will be on YouTube later, so if you're watching us on YouTube, you won't know whom I'm talking to, which is fine. If you're on Facebook Live with me, thank you for joining me live. So the topic tonight that's been on my mind is powerful women deserve powerful men, or do they? And I want to speak to power, obviously, as you may suspect, having put power in the title twice, that there's a couple of essential points I want to make. As most of my audience and clients and women I work with, and a lot of my friends and some of my ex-girlfriends, just to put them all in one bucket, are and were powerful women, the challenge I experience them facing is that the power they have tended to adopt and embrace and inhabit is a masculine power. Dun, dun, dun. And it's what is required, fortunately or unfortunately, in today's society for most women who are entrepreneurs or independent business women to succeed in the business world is to largely put on the masculine armor and succeed in the world. And for many women, this has been a painful journey to get to this point because most of these women I know were not raised this way. They're raised to be very feminine, very soft and gentle, but they're to toughen up. And especially when they went to college and were doing they were studying and learning how to be most effective in economics and business and money and finance and all these different things, launching their programs in the world and having this entrepreneurial spirit blended with their salesman marketing piece, blended with their coaching skill or artistic skill, whatever skill they're bringing to the table to help their clients. And I'm speaking mostly to the entrepreneurial audience, although there are women who are executives and corporate leaders in the business world where they're working with or for somebody and they have a different reporting structure, but the same energy applies. Many women have, unfortunately, and I'll get to the reason why it's unfortunate in a moment, become so accustomed to being in this masculine role to get things done and accomplish the goals and achieve results and make it happen, that they've disconnected from their feminine heart. In fact, they've disconnected from their feminine soul and their feminine spirit. And that is an unfortunate way of being because for many women out there, they're actually disconnected from their health because they're very caught up in the paradigm of having to compete with the men and act like men to succeed. And so these women become very powerful with the masculine armor on. And then when they meet men, they compete with them, naturally, because this is a competitive marketplace that they tend to reside in. So these women have been trained, have been groomed, because they've had to be forced through a portal in a way to get into this world. They've lost touch with who they are. And in one way, I would say it's sad, it's unfortunate. For me, it's sad because I see so many women who are wasting their energy, not wasting their energy, it's the wrong way of saying it. They're diminishing, depleting their energy, sacrificing themselves to achieve a goal that is actually in it doesn't fit their natural gifts of feminine strength. And for men and women out there, being in that power is actually rewiring them the wrong way. They're choosing to be in their masculine or male energetic to compete in the business world, which is a male-dominated environment, and they don't know when to turn it off. And so many of these women who are my clients and friends, and some of the women I dated, as I said, have taken that energy and never turned it off. So 24/7, they're wearing the male armor, as I said. When it comes to dating, they basically become very dominant, taking charge, getting things done in the relationship arena too. Now I'm talking about straight women in this conversation. In gay relationships, it can be different because, okay, I'm doing the sidebar. In gay relationships, there are going to be a masculine and a feminine partner, even though the gender is the same. Just so you have that in your mind. But I'm talking about straight partnerships in this case, just for the sake of context. And many women have put on the male armor, as I said, to succeed in the business world, get things done, make things happen. But they don't even know after a while they're wearing it. It's like you've gotten into a pair of shoes, you've gotten so comfortable with the stone in the shoe or the heel rubbing that you don't even think about it anymore. And it's like that with the armor you put on. You've basically become so accustomed to it, you don't know how to turn it off. And unfortunately, when you're with a man who is in his power, and again, this is where the power doesn't work, and I'm going to speak to this first before I talk to the authentic power, I'll get there, bear with me, is that the man will either tend to try and dominate because he feels like he's threatened by this power coming from the woman. And ladies, you don't realize the power you carry, even in the masculine, can dominate a man's power quite easily. Shh, keep that secret. But what happens is the man will become reactive to the power you bring. They'll actually become reactive to the male armor you're wearing because it almost reflects back to him himself in a negative way. So it may look sexy for a moment because suddenly you've got this powerful woman dynamic, but the reality is he's going to get his balls beaten up. It's not going to be intentional, at least I don't think so, but it's also not going to be fun because most men don't like getting beaten up, being ball busted by a woman. But the reason that ladies are doing this is because you don't know, yes, you don't know that you're doing it because you've gotten so comfortable in that arrangement because in the world, you're getting things done in the business world, succeeding and really getting things done and accomplishing goals, then when it comes to your love life, it's another goal. And so you don't yet know, one, because you've been trained to compete and always win, and two, because you may not even remembered your feminine heart inside. That when you get into a relationship, what happens is your partner becomes your competitor. As strange as that sounds, but I've been that way in a relationship before where my partner, it was almost a competition energetically to be who was in charge. And I didn't at that time know my masculine strength, my true nature, my authentic masculine heart, so I'd let that role go. I'd be more subservient to that because I was there to serve my partner. I was like, honey, whatever you want, not realizing that I was actually empowering her masculine armor. That was a mistake. And I don't want you to do that yourself. This is the reason I'm driven by my work so much, because I realize after being in a relationship with women like that, how much it hurt them ultimately. And some of the women, and many women out there still do, because again, the business world is designed for the male energy. And so women, sorry, let me change that slightly. The business world is currently, and in the moment, still built for the male energy. It is transitioning and changing, and I'm helping, as part of my work with women, to change that. Yes, I am. As a man, I'm looking to change the business world to be a spectrum that includes masculine and feminine energetics in a way that is balanced. I won't be doing this alone, because that's a huge thing to take on, but I'm looking to enroll more people in that conversation. So the ladies who are watching, the men who are watching, I would love you in the conversation too. How we can change this model, this paradigm, this framework, to enable the feminine heart woman to lead from strength, from grace, and be honored and respected by the masculine, male-hearted men. So that we can be there together and have the unique differences bring to the table versus trying to compete and push against each other to get things done. But that's a whole other conversation. I just went off track. Let me bring it back to relationship. So like, woo, off track. So for many of you ladies out there, your relationship experience has been one where most of the men you've been with, you don't trust. Because when you can beat them up and you can be stronger than them, how do you trust a man who doesn't stand on his own 2 feet and hold the space for you? And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about the strength that it can take. Now, let me take a side tour on that one slightly. The developed masculine, which I've talked about before, is how a man owns his space. It's not about his car, his house, his bank account. It's about the presence he brings and the space he holds so that his woman, when she trusts him, which is part of the process, can relax into her feminine. And some of the women out there I know have found men like that, thankfully, and also they've realized that what they've got is a gift and they tend to respect it that way, and they also tend to take care of themselves better by letting their feminine thrive. Men who are watching this is the gift you can give your woman, and ladies watching this is the man you need to have. Not need in the sense of you deserve this best. So you need to up your standards. I think need works that way a couple of times. So my drive, my mission in this work is to help women learn to navigate this process of being masculine in the business world for the moment, and feminine in the relationship world. So for you ladies out there watching this, this is one of your challenges, I know, and I'm really passionate about you getting to understand. First of all, not that it's softening or weakening to be in your feminine, but in fact that what you are in your feminine is more powerful. Yes, more powerful than you are in your masculine, and more powerful than men in their masculine. And that's a whole other conversation I'm not going to get into here. But think about that for a second. When you're in your feminine, you're more magnificent, more powerful, more inspiring and inspired to us men and to other women. Okay, I'm just dropping some truth bombs in the middle of this, which I'm not going to expand on. I'm just going to let them sit there so you can think about these as you go forward in life. And I'd love you, if you have any questions, put them in below and I'll answer them after I get off the video. Even if you're watching the replay, you can do that. So to summarize, or to bring this home, in relationship, ladies, your strength is in your feminine, and you in your feminine will attract a partner in their masculine, because that creates your powerful relationship. The power I'm talking about, truly. Powerful women in the feminine deserve a powerful man in his masculine. That's the real truth I want to speak to in this Facebook Live. That the power you bring in your masculine is going to end up undermining any relationship you have with a man. Period. I tried that 3 times to be subservient to that, and it didn't work any of those 3. And it cost me health. It cost me 3 relationships, and it put me on this path 10 years ago. So I'm grateful for the lessons. I'm grateful for the journey. I'm grateful for where I am now, because I now know where I stand, and also I know where every woman can stand in her truth, in her heart, in her feminine. So, ladies, take this to heart from me as a truly passionate, devoted, masculine man. We men need you in your feminine for the planet, for everything that can work in this world, but also for your own health. And I did speak about earlier about your health, but also finally, to have the relationship you truly desire and deserve. If you need help with that, reach out to me. This is what I'm here for, to serve you, to support you, and inspire you to get what you really want. And men who are watching this, it's up to us as well to hold the space, to be in our true depth and power and presence as masculine men that creates the safety for women to trust us and trust themselves in their feminine. That is your homework. All right, so that's really the summary. I want to just bring that to the end of the conversation. Take this to heart. Think about this. If you have any questions, put them below and I'll answer them again, as I said, when I sign off. This is part of my ongoing series of talks of messages from the masculine to inspire the feminine heart. This is number 130. Yes, I'm doing these daily. And the ones of the weekend were pretty topical too. So please go back and watch those if you can watch them. If you want to watch my previous broadcasts, by the way, you can find them on my business page on Facebook, which is Barry Selby. My website, which is barryselby.com. It's all easy to find, you know. There's a video blog page with 129, although when this goes up, it'll be 130 broadcasts on it. Also on YouTube, I have them on my business channel, on my YouTube channel, which is Barry Selby, under Messages from the Masculine playlist. And that, my friends, is it. Thank you for watching, and as a reminder, always, please take care of yourselves, so you can then take care of others, and truly do the work to connect to your heart, because that's where the true power lies. All right, I'll see you again tomorrow. Take this to heart. Any questions, please put them below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. See you later. Bye.